Anyway, I had tried very hard to pursue a career, first in the military and then in law enforcement. And when Eisenhower was still general of the Army after World War II, he authorized a change in the US military dress code that allowed practicing Sikhs to keep their kesh, turbans, and beard, because he knew what the martial tradition of the Sikhs was. They fought, you know, with the Allies in World War II, and he really respected that. However, he said that it was up to the discretion of the commanding officer. Well, I enlisted in the Army, got sworn in, and had my orders to report for basic training. I had, about a week before I was supposed to report for basic training, my recruiter called me and he said, "Oh, we got a little problem." And I said, "Well, how little is it?" And he said, "Well, the commandant of the airborne school refuses to allow you onto the installation with a beard and turban." He said, "But don't worry about that. Go ahead and report for basic training. I'm sure this will get worked out by the time you're done." So I just never showed up. I never reported for duty. So a few months later, I got a call from the recruiter and he said, "You need to come talk to me." And I thought, oh God, I'm going to prison. So I went down and he said, "Well, you made the right choice, because knowing that the Army might not honor your contract had you reported for basic training, you would have been giving your implied consent that you would accept any assignment the Army wanted to give you." He said, "Because the Army can't honor your contract, they don't know what to do with you. You've technically become an embarrassment of the Army, but you're still in the Army. So sign here, you're getting an honorable discharge." So I'm the only person I know who got an honorable discharge from the Army and never served a day. So then I tried very hard to get into law enforcement, and I applied to every agency I could think of: federal, state, local, municipal. Always scored very high on the test, did good in the interviews. They all wanted me if I would shave and cut my hair. Finally, here near Espanola on an Indian reservation, the police chief there gave me an opportunity. And I worked there for a while. I actually ended up being the training officer for the department, a small little department. Did some good work, actually. Found a kidnapped baby and arrested the kidnapper. Went to the academy, was valedictorian of my academy class, and the day I graduated, there'd been a change of administration and the new police chief wanted to talk to me. So I went in and talked to him, and he didn't think that someone as fine looking as me was qualified to be a policeman. So we went back and forth with some discussions, and he said, "Well, maybe the turban, but not the beard." And I said, "Well, they go together." And he said, "Okay, well, as long as the beard didn't go below your chin." Or he said, "Well, somebody might pull your beard." And I said, "Well, 2 people did, and they ended up in the hospital. Do you have any other questions?" And he said, "Well, okay, as long as the beard doesn't go below your chin." So I offered him a solution that ended my law enforcement career, and I said, "Well, what about this?" So I left my badge on his desk, and went whining to the city Singh sub, I've tried, I've scored high, blah, blah, blah. And he said, "Yeah, why do you want to say yes, sir, the rest of your life? Why not start a company and, all the military and the police will work for us?" So fortunately, in that time, I got a job. I got hired by St. John's College in Santa Fe as the chief of security there. And it was while I was working there that I started to put together Akal Security. And so that's how we grew, and I mean, that's how we started. And it really came out of discrimination. And for a long time, actually, after that, I always resented it. that, you know, the career path I wanted to follow was denied me, but I got past it because what we created was something so much more incredible, and the experiences that I've had and the opportunity to just do some amazing things that I never would have had. And, you know, and I think now, at this time of my life, because that was 30 years ago, that, you know, had I pursued that career, I'd just be, you know, some retired government agent or policeman or something, and probably trying to get a job with a company like Akal to supplement my retirement. So here we are. What my experience has been is, if you display confidence in your identity, then other people feel it. If you go in there thinking that you're somehow handicapped because of your beard and your turban, that, you know, people are going to think less of you because of that, then they do. But if you demonstrate pride and confidence, because, you know, in the security business, that's what we're about. You know, we're there to make people feel secure. And if my presence doesn't make other people feel secure, then I'm out of business.